Should we just drink it? Cheers it.
Cheers. But I think cough syrup.
I like it. Welcome back. We are trying something new today. Well, for us it's new, but this has been done countless times. Today we are on Am I the Asshole on Reddit. We know that's the home for all the degenerates. So yeah, I don't really know how to go about this. We could sort it by hot or new or top or rising.
Let's do top. Am I an asshole for refusing to let my surrogate keep our baby after she changed her mind? Ooh. Okay.
I don't like this at all.
Well, haven't even started reading it yet. But if I'm correct, a surrogate is like, it's not her baby actually. It's the other people's baby that they were just using her basically to, what do you call it? They were just using her like.
No.
So it's like, it's not even her baby. So I don't think you're the asshole. But let's read. Do you want me to read this or do you want you to?
Yeah. I don't know how to read.
Okay. I, 33 male, find myself in a difficult situation with my surrogate, Maria, 25 female, and I'm wondering if I'm the jerk in this situation. To provide some context, my husband, Roman, 37 male, and I decided to use surrogacy to have a child. We had a legal agreement in place, and Maria was compensated generously for her part in carrying our baby. Everything was going smoothly, and we were excited for our child's arrival. Okay, well, first of all, it sounds like they did the right thing in getting like something legal set in place.
Right.
First of all, and then the fact that there was also, goods or money exchanged. He said she was compensated, but let's keep reading. However, around the 8th month of pregnancy, Maria dropped a bombshell. She decided that she was no longer wanting to go through with the surrogacy and expressed her desire to keep the child. This sent Roman into a fit of anger, but I managed to get him to step out and I had a one-on-one conversation with Maria. So, okay, I guess where I'm kind of like, I need to know more context is it one of the gay partner's DNA and this Maria girl's DNA, or...
It probably is.
Because that makes it a little stickier then.
Oh, so it's a gay couple.
Yeah, it's a gay couple and that's why they're using a woman. So I'm guessing she was also like, the egg donor.
Yeah.
It's probably like her DNA as well.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, that makes it stickier. Okay. I reminded her that she had legally signed the documents.
Right.
And the baby was unequivocally ours, mine and Roman's. She began pleading with me, but I stood my ground, asserting that this child was my son and not hers. She tried to bargain, saying she no longer wanted the money, but I firmly rejected her request, emphasizing that no one had coerced her into signing those papers. Whether she liked it or not, the baby was ours. I mean, so far I'm kind of agreeing with him. She's the one that kind of signed herself up for this, so...
That's just a sticky situation, but I agree as well.
And obviously people do have changes of hearts. Like there's, teen pregnancies that end up not giving their babies up for adoption once they see it and stuff like that. So I get it, but at the same time, she sounds like she kind of gave up those rights when she signed the paperwork and took the money.
Right. And I mean, if they're friends, if they are friends, then they might be able to, visit with the kid and eventually one day tell them, oh, I'm like your birth mom or something like that. Maybe, I don't know if they're actually friends. Maybe it's a stranger they hired or something like that.
I suggest that if she had any more issues, she could speak to my lawyers. But as far as I was concerned, the baby was ours, mine and Roman's, whether she liked it or not. Maria called us cruel and even got her family involved to support her case. Now, I'm doubting whether I'm wrong here. Roman supports my stance, but some of my friends and her family are calling me the asshole. So Reddit, am I the asshole in this situation? For clarification, she hasn't pursued legal action at all. This was all a talk she had with us. We live in California where traditional surrogacy is allowed, as well as pre-birth and after-birth both agreement. We have a pre-birth agreement, and by law, the baby is ours, and she knows it, and she is asking if we would give up our rights for her to have the baby, which we won't. The baby is mine and my husband's, and there hasn't been pursuit of legal action. She can now only talk through my lawyers. So what do you think? Is this person the asshole?
Well, no. I mean, it's not so black and white, I feel. Because, I mean, yeah, she easily has like some sort of attachment because it's been inside of her. It's growing inside of her, which is understandable. But she did sign legal papers. And so, yeah, it's not so black and white, asshole or not. It's just like... But yeah, she's in the wrong. She can't just say it's hers or she refused to give it up because they signed papers. It's this couple's baby.
And the fact that it's surrogacy and not just like a straight adoption means that one of these male partners used their sperm. So it's not like it's just this lady's baby versus just theirs. It's like, and yeah, she signed the agreement. Unfortunately, that's the decision she made. And that's the importance in making decisions that, we really feel that align with our values, And sometimes you got to learn the hard way, I guess. I don't think they're the asshole, but let's see what the Redditors have to say.
What if she goes to one of the couple states where surrogacy is illegal to have the baby? That'd be kind of messy.
Yeah, I guess
Just
I don't
to run
know
away.
enough about that.
Unfortunately, this is why doctors will not allow the egg donor and surrogate to be the same person. Who advised you to proceed in this manner? Due to her being the biological mother, your contact is potentially void. I would consider consulting with a family law attorney so your husband can plan to file for custody. If you decide to have more children, go with a surrogacy agent and separate egg donor so you can avoid this issue.
That makes sense.
OP is a man and says in the comments the surrogate is also the egg donor, i.e. the surrogate is the biological mother. OP has no biological relationship to the baby. His husband's sperm was used, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay.
So but are people dubbing him the a-hole? That's what I want to know. But okay, people can downvote me all they want. The facts remain. Traditional surrogacy is much more legally complex than, I can't read that word, surrogacy, because a surrogate is the biological mother. Okay, so basically everyone is saying what we said. It's just super messy because the surrogate mom is also the surrogate is also the biological mom. So I guess just...
Yeah.
No winners in this one.
No winners. Like I said, it's not black and white. They kind of just approached it wrong, and they should have, gone through an agency and separate egg, separate donor. Would have been a lot easier. All
right, next. Ooh, this is a good one because
we kind of like one.
Yeah, and we kind of like doing relationship ones because we're married, so it's always kind of nice to be able to give a little advice or whatever.
All right. Do you want to read again?
Okay. Am I the asshole for dumping my girlfriend of 9 years after she rejected my second proposal? Ooh, juicy. Me and my girlfriend are 23 and fresh college graduates. Can you make it a little bit bigger, actually?
No.
Yeah. We had been together since we were 14. I first proposed to her when we were 20. She said she wasn't ready. Okay, understandable. But she wanted to focus on her studies because, at that point, they're probably both still in college. I just proposed to her again yesterday, and she said she wasn't ready and wanted to establish her career. Okay, so it's been 3 years since they last. Okay. I just decided to end it. We've been together for 9 frigging years, and she still doesn't want to marry me. She thinks her career is more important than me. I don't want to wait for her anymore.
Well, I think my take, I don't think he is the asshole, and that's coming from like a man's perspective. I mean, yeah, whatever. Women can focus on their career as much as they want, but when it comes to marriage, yeah, they've been together for 9 years, and if she's just like not gonna budge, I just don't think she would ever budge. So that is just kind of, I mean, yeah, eventually she might, but after 9 years and we're married, we're still able to focus on our careers. She has her stuff, I have my stuff, and we got married. It doesn't, we don't need to establish. It's just going to be one thing after the other, like by the third time you propose her, it's like, oh, well, I just haven't done this yet, or I just haven't done that yet, and I'm just not ready. And yeah, I think he's not the asshole, because there's easily some girl out there that would just, be willing to get married after like 1 year. We were together for like a little over a year or two or whatever, and
then we were engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of second what you say. Like, I don't think she's like an asshole, but at the same time, it'd be one thing if they were together maybe like 3-4 years and she was kind of saying this stuff like fresh out of college. Like, I get it. But to be with someone 9 years, and it doesn't really, at least from the context we're getting, it doesn't sound like they're having those conversations about marriage. It sounds like he's just proposing and then getting rejected.
Yeah.
And that's just like not really, I don't know, that kind of rings true that, I mean, she would probably know at this point, right? So
yeah.
If she wants to focus on her career so much, I would kind of just give the advice, well, let her, and maybe not to be dramatic, but, know your worth. And if you want to get married with someone, the right woman won't put her career first, because there's definitely a realistic balance. And it's all about reciprocation. Like, that was a big thing for us when we first started dating, is we noticed the reciprocity, that, it wasn't always just him putting in the effort or just me. It was just like, we both were there, and that's what everybody should get. So
right. So
not the asshole.
Let's look at some comments. You want different things. There's no shame in that. She wants to focus on her career, and you want to start domestic life. Go out and see what the world has to offer.
Right. Find someone that has values that align with your own, that also wants what you want,
I'm surprised that this is the top comment. Knowing Reddit, I feel like people would call him the asshole, kind of, maybe. Honestly, a lot of people get married with the intentions of having children soon. It's not always the case, and I don't know if that's a factor in OP's situation. However, it makes sense that if she wants a career, having children could be an obstacle. Some people want to be young people, and some want to be older parents, or young parents, older parents, and who knows, maybe she doesn't even want children, but he does. All that stuff matters.
And again, that's like conversations that they should be having, because, if you're not compatible with those goals, it's really not going to be a happy life together anyways. Yeah. So, yeah. Like the first comment said, it's okay to date someone and then realize that, it doesn't work. Like, not everybody is perfect. Not everybody is meant for everybody. And that's kind of the point in dating, is finding out what you do truly want in a partner.
Right. So it looks like they're kind of all agreeing with us. They just want two different things, and it's just not going to work out. They were together since 14, so
right.
It's just, that rarely ever works. People change a lot, and from the time they're 14 to 23, so.
And they're still young too, they still can go out there and
there's so much
have their fun and then settle down and whatever their timeline looks like, it's all good.
So much will change even from 2 years. Bring your wildest ideas. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, thanks for making another long one.
Ooh, this one looks juicy.
All right.
You want me to? Okay. Yeah. Am I the a-hole for not telling my sister the age gap in her new relationship is weird? I, 32 male, have a sister, 35 female, who introduced us to her new partner, 21 male. Okay, so let's do some quick math. That is 14 years. The dude was cool and he's only 21 too, so he's like kind of a baby still. The dude was cool and mostly it seemed like everybody liked him. Okay. Anyways, after the dude left, I left my sister, asked us, my brother, mom, dad, and other sister what we thought of him. Most of the responses I could tell were dancing around what they wanted to say. So when I gave my opinion, I said, the guy was cool and all, but then I told her I thought dating a dude who was born when you were in high school is really damn weird. She flipped out at me. I was the only negative answer and said I should mind my damn business. I reminded her that she asked for my opinion and I told her my opinion. The other family members present agreed with what I had said, but some said that even if it was weird, I shouldn't have kept that one to myself. While others say it had to be said, my sister hasn't talked to me in a while, and we usually have a pretty strong relationship. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Okay, first of all, I got a couple things I want to say. Yeah, I mean, she did ask you, but maybe she was more embarrassed because you said it in front of like all her friends and family members, and part of her kind of knows it's a little weird, so she got like really embarrassed about that. And I mean, yeah, you can definitely, speak your mind, but I think maybe the more compassionate route would have said it to her like one-on-one instead of like putting her on blast.
Right.
So that's kind of my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, age is just a number. It always depends on maturity level and stuff like that, because I am 5 years younger than her, and we've never had an issue. 5 years it's not the biggest deal. Obviously,
I mean, it's definitely not 14 years though,
Yeah. So it's kind of a weird situation. I mean, if it's working for them, I don't see why it's a big deal. He's not an asshole, but...
Is it a rebound? Did she just get divorced? Like, what's the situation? You know what I mean?
Right. If it's not any of those and just like a normal relationship,
right.
I don't see a big issue with it. But at the same time...
We got to know a little bit more about the sister, I think, in this.
Right.
And like what her intentions are, right?
Yeah. So maybe we can read some comments.
Not the a-hole. She wanted opinions. She got it. Tell her to grow up. I mean, yeah, that's tough love right there.
Right.
If she wants validation, she should be asking for validation, not opinions. Okay, I get where these people are coming from. I do, but maybe it's just because I'm so sensitive that the way I would have preferred it is if someone just said it to me like one-on-one,
Right. That makes sense.
But I mean, I get it. I'm not as tough as some of these people.
So maybe, people seem to be saying she's kind of immature. So it makes sense she's with a young guy or whatever. So, yeah, I guess he's not the asshole. He's just being kind of a tough love guy. And
yeah, for sure.
That's how it is.
And yeah, I didn't think he was the asshole. I just, I guess I personally would have just handled it a little more compassionately.
Okay. This one looks kind of scary.
All right. Am I the asshole for being upset with my husband? Being upset my husband slept with my best friend before we were married.
Yikes.
Ooh. My husband and I started dating when I was 17 and he was 20. We dated for 11 years before we got married. I met my best friend when I was 12 and she moved next door. We are very close and I still talk almost daily. When I was dating my husband, there were several times I suspected going on, and it actually caused a rift between my friend and I. Okay, so they were cheating, not just sleeping together.
Well,
let's see, okay.
Yeah.
They would both tell me I was being jealous or crazy, and they were just friends. But she had dated his brother around the same time, and I was told my boyfriend would never mess with someone that his brother was intimate with. Okay, makes sense. In my gut, I always knew or felt like something was not right. I eventually stopped speaking to her over this issue and things she had done to other friends. Okay. She did change over the years. We repaired our friendship, and based on those changes, we have remained very close over the last 13 years. She is like a sister to me. We even have a girls' night often, spending the night at her house or one of our other friends' homes. My husband and I have been married for 17 years, and things have been pretty good. So the other night, I tell my husband we were talking about things from the past, being very open about random things. He proceeds to tell me about another childhood best friend that asked him to basically hook up, along with another friend that when I was close to at the time. I was shocked by this and told him it was in the past, but I couldn't believe they did that to me. He says he didn't do anything with either of them. So they just asked him to hook up? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I then asked about the friend in question, told him I knew some things because she tried to tell me. He then admits they kissed. I knew there was more, so I asked about it. I told her he confessed to hooking up with her, and she admitted to sleeping with him at random times over the course of our relationship. She said it was prior to us getting married. I'm upset and hurt. Even though she says it was a mistake, it's hard to believe this, and a mistake happens once. He says it shouldn't matter because it was before we got married and it was a long time ago. But yeah, it was still while they were together. While this is old news to him, it's new to me, and I wouldn't have been married to him if I had known the truth. Right. So it's like he tricked her into the marriage, basically.
Yeah.
I have been gaslighted over years that I was being jealous or crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is frustrating. When they were having sex behind my back. Instead of him apologizing and feeling bad about this, he has been upset that I'm making an issue out of it. So he's more upset by the inconvenience of the truth coming out and her feelings
kind of like
hurt.
that slappable jerk, the manipulative husband.
Yeah, for real. Saying he's a good husband, okay, dad, and I'm wrong for letting this be an issue in our marriage. My friend is complete opposite, apologizing, being honest about details, and asking for forgiveness, saying she doesn't deserve it, saying how she always wanted to tell me but feared losing me as a friend again. It would be one thing if it weren't my friend, but it hurts knowing they had sex and kept it a secret. Yeah, because any barbecue or family get together, it's just all been kind of a lie in a way. That's how I would feel.
Right.
It hurts knowing I've been having sleepovers. I forgot about that. Sharing my life with this person, and I feel like I looked stupid. I'm a big joke. Am I overreacting, or is this messed up? Girl, you are not overreacting because, first of all, he's not even apologetic now that he got caught. He's trying to turn it around and be mad at you for being mad, Right. That's not cool. That's manipulative.
Yeah, it's messed up. And if they weren't in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, and it happened, maybe it would, but even then it's just still kind of weird. But they were together, so yeah, that's messed up.
He still cheated on her even though they weren't officially married yet. So it's he's acting well, why are you ruining our marriage? Right. This was before our marriage. But it's
just because
if she would have known before the marriage, she probably wouldn't be in the marriage.
Yeah. And marriage isn't the key factor to not cheating. Being in a relationship with someone is the key factor, and they were, so that's messed up. She's not the asshole.
I do love it when people that do come to Am I the Asshole, they get validated, because obviously all the people in their life are making them feel like they're in the wrong, and then they tell an intimate third party, and everyone kind of has their back, and they're oh, thanks guys. It's wholesome to me.
Yeah, that's good. He lied to your face for years. So did she. How can you trust a word out of either of their mouths? You were exclusive with him at the time, not married, but he still obviously had no problem lying to you about him being faithful. Your whole adult relationship with both of them has been based on lies, especially the love and trust your marriage is supposed to be based on. He crapped all over your relationship and now wants you to ignore it because he is a good husband and father. How would you ever really know that he isn't cheating? Deceiving you comes so easy to him.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe they're just admitting to the fact that they cheated beforehand. Like, who knows how long it's like really been going on, you know?
Right. And yeah, maybe he is a good husband and father. But that's not a good husband and father thing to do.
Yeah,
what he did.
You can't be a good husband if you're cheating on your wife. Like, that's like
Right.
almost rule number 1, I would think.
Yeah, pretty much. His reaction of not being apologetic. What do we bet he's cheated a lot more than this? I mean, he lied and said this was just a kiss, if I read it right. He had to trick the friend into spilling it. She had to trick the friend.
Yeah.
I'd be hiring a lawyer. Yeah, I guess.
So so he has cheated on you, and all of a sudden, as soon as he marries, he decides to stop cheating. I would be gone, as your whole marriage is a sham. Yeah, and just like I said, just the fact that it also was your friend, so it's almost like they have this like little bond, this secret that they share behind you. They're probably both in front of you like all the time, and it's just like now it's just like tainted, you know? It's
that's
sinful.
weird. Very sinful.
Yeah.
We'll read this one last.
I'm sitting in a hotel reading these responses. Yes, I left my home, and I just want to clarify that he has yet to be honest. Yeah, I think this is the OP.
Yeah.
He has tried to say that he loves me and I need to come home. The past is the past, and he doesn't want to dwell on it. He hasn't apologized. Okay. He just wants me to let it go. Oh, big red flag right there. He's not that person anymore. I never knew he was that person. I don't know who he is anymore. I married the person I thought he was, but it was a lie. It's hard because we have 2 children. Youngest is 12. He makes it sound silly to divorce over something that happened before we were married, but I knew he wouldn't be forgiving if I slept with his best friend. So I'm taking some time to think it over alone. Thank you for the responses. I read some of them, but validates what I'm feeling inside. Thank you. See, yeah, that's the thing. Like, even after all this, he doesn't even apologize to her. He's so narcissistic.
Yeah.
He's just like, get over it. Come home, get over it.
He would easily be upset if she did the same thing. So it's kind of a double standard. And yeah, that's kind of messed up.
And it's not even just the infidelity, it's all the like secrecy and covering up like since then, you know? Like,
yeah.
Just bad.
Not good stuff. But yeah, that was pretty fun.
She's not the asshole, husband's the asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that was good enough.
Yeah, well, this was fun for us. This was our first Reddit Am I the A-hole video. And let us know if you guys enjoyed it. We're going to really start being more consistent on our uploads and just trying new things out. But yeah, we hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.
If you like this video, subscribe, like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Till next time.
Bye-bye.